$700.
Free.
Free. It's free.
Okay, we are streaming, so we will get going. I would just ask if everybody could please mute themselves, and I will try to stay on top of that as well. But happy Monday, everybody. This is Tanya and Kyle Sheldon. We are your meeting moderators tonight for Sean and Michelle Poe's Monday night meeting. If anyone on here is brand new, welcome. Woo! We are so excited that you are here and that you said yes to this. So I am going to mute everyone. I have a ninja with that. And then I will share my screen and we'll go over some announcements and then we'll get to the nitty gritty of the night. Okay. So Monday night call. It is June 7th. We are a week into June already. Holy moly. Feels like we're further into June with this incentive that's going on. But as always, tomorrow night, this happens every Tuesday. And this happens on the Official LifeVantage Facebook page. Amy Homewood will be doing an opportunity presentation. This is something that you can invite guests to simply by tagging them as she goes live. It is not the distributor page, but the Official LifeVantage Facebook page. So it's easy access for you to tag your guests to see Amy Homewood talk about the opportunity tomorrow night. She has a phenomenal story, so a great opportunity for you to tune into that. And then Activate Wednesday. I believe this is taking place every Wednesday this month, but this Wednesday, Holly Highfield, Pro 8, she's going to be live in the Official Distributor Facebook page. So not the public page, but the page for just distributors. And she's going to talk about upselling with the new personal care products. That is always great to have those tips. And I'm sure she will be showing us how to do it through the app. So make sure you tune into that. Thursday night, this happens every week as well. This is organized by Stu Brody. And this is also an opportunity presentation that you can invite your guests to. This is a webinar format. So they will need the Zoom link and you get to see the presenter, the presentation. You don't have to show your face, anything. It's just webinar style. And Becky Taylor will be doing that this week. She's a phenomenal presenter. She is a real estate agent. She has a great story as well. And then Success Mastery, as always, happens this Saturday. This Saturday will be an hour. And we've got Jenny Crane doing the call to action. They're going to be talking about compensation this Saturday, which is always great to continue to learn and get educated on. Dr. Bly Hatch will talk about enrolling. And then we have Andrea Ebert. She will have the success interview. So that will be awesome. And corporate events. Okay, are you registered? If you are doing the incentive, which we're going to talk about here shortly, you want to make sure you're registered because it's 5 points. So a lot of us were saying today, it's great accountability to be registered to get those extra points for you and your team. But Elite Academy is coming up in July. This will be a very, very big EA. I guess we're going to have a ton of announcements. And then Global Convention, the first 2,500 seats there will be, are able to be in person in Salt Lake City in October. So you want to be one of the first. I have not seen them changed it to just virtual yet. So I'm assuming there are still seats open to be there in person. So super exciting. Who's ready to get together and give each other a big hug? I know I am. I'm so ready for it. Yes. Okay. So do you guys know that there is a huge incentive happening right now involving the app? Yeah, it's going on. It's super exciting. This is something that I think is so awesome that the company organized this because the app has changed a lot. And the app now provides every single one of us, whether we like technology, whether we don't know technology, a very simple system in doing our business. Do you know how many times I looked for ways to organize my invites, my follow-ups, who I sent what to? I was always looking for a different tool. We don't have to do that anymore. Gone are those days to spend extra money on something that organizes how you're doing your business because you have it right in the app. So I have a couple guests right off the bat that are going to share with us because they're kicking tail. I believe they might be in the top 3. I don't know for sure, but I know that they were at one point. Maybe they still are. But Sean Johnson and Addie Sue are raking up the points like crazy town. And you guys, the points that you get just for doing the activity that you should already be doing to build your business, the company's giving you free stuff. And whether you like free stuff or not, I'm sure your customers do. I'm sure some of your family members would. I'm sure some of your team members would like it. It's a great way to have this extra stuff that you can use to help build your business. So, Sean, I'm going to start with you. And I just would love for you to share with us. I know you've been in LifeVantage for a while, but share with us why you said yes, first of all, to being on a team, how you're using it, and what it's doing for your business.
All right. Well, why I said yes is why not have free money for merchandise, right? So there's always incentives to get us to do that. And that's what this whole is. It's an exercise to get everyone into the app, and that'll build into a second. But really also saying yes, it helps have an Addie. We are accountability partners, and holy cow, there's just so many things. Like, we are soul sisters. Like, as soon as we met, we were like, holy cow, we've got a lot in common. We totally get each other. We think the same. And it was just kind of that fire that lit inside of me that I have needed. I've been in 4 years. I've been stagnant where I'm at. I've been letting life take control, and now it's time for me to take control of it, and showing up for everything in life. So I said yes, just that Kickstarter to, this is just that good incentive to go, okay, I'm in, I'm doing this. I'm showing up. So it's just time. It's a decision, right? We all have to decide when it's our time, and it's uncomfortable, still get scary, but still got to do it. And how I'm using the app is, for me, I've done a lot of work. When I first got in, I was ignorance on fire. I just was talking to everybody, and no joke, I started going through the names. I'm at 972 people that I talked to, I think, within my first month of being in LifeVantage, because I had felt that good. The products did that much for me, and I was just so crazy about it, but I wasn't following the system, and I was showing them, so many of them saw the ABC, so many of them saw the tool, but I didn't follow up, and I haven't been as good as follow up, or been scared, and they've just been friends and they're just kind of seeing me, whatever. So it's time to pop. And so there's twofold with the app, is documenting the work I have done up to this point. So when you load a contact in there, yes, if you're in there working the app, you can see how you can get points and not actually send an invite, right? But we want to have integrity, and it does nobody any good if you're just going to load a bunch of contacts. It's just going to create more work later, because where they're going with the app, you're going to want this to be organized. You want it to be efficient. You want it to work for you. If you want this business, don't just do it just to get points, because in the end, you're going to show up and you win it, and they're going to be like, well, where's your rank at? What's your volume at before and after this promo? You got to have some substance and integrity, and that's what LifeVantage is all about. So it was one, just documenting the work that I've done and organizing, exactly like you said, Tanya, getting it invite tool team. Okay, where is everyone in those categories? So getting them right. And then I have so many that I have shown the ABC to that I've followed up the third or fourth time, and I lost track a year ago. And it's like, oh boy, I got to get my act together and get back on it. And so I'm revisiting all those conversations and getting them back through. So it's keeping me accountable. And so that's what I'm doing with it. And I'm doing a lot of, Tanya's given some great examples. Go out there, look. Mary Severson has, I think Jenelic, she also as well. Look at their samples, because I've done similar things of, hey, we haven't talked in a while, but you got to check something out and play with it. Play with the app. It can be used in so many varying ways. So don't be stuck to one. Anyway, I'm done.
Thank you, Sean. Addie Sue, you're up next, so unmute yourself. I just want to say something though really quick, you guys. Don't think of this. Sometimes we see those incentives and we're like, oh, I could win a trip to Cabo. I could win a trip to Ireland. And then 2 months into it, you're like, I'm not even close. Like, I can't do this. This is an incentive where everyone wins. Like, you can't not win by doing this. If you were on this Zoom tonight, you have showed up for a reason. And that means, sorry, tough love, but you better find a team, because you have to. Why would you not Put yourself out there and put yourself on a team and lock arms with other people and grow and utilize the one thing that everyone else in this industry would love to have their hands on. This is something that is so simple. And Sarah Harding on the Monday morning call, listen to the playback, she talked about the fact that she takes her new person and the first thing that she has them do, the very first thing is download that app and get 20 people in there. And do you know how many invites I have been using saying, I would love your support in helping me learn this app? By me putting your name in, I get a point. And by you watching a tool from me, I get 2 points. I want to win. And they love to support. People want to support you. It is a great way for you to stretch yourself. So you need to be on a team. Okay. Okay. So Addie Sue, where are you, darling? Please unmute. I would love to hear same thing. Why did you say yes to getting on a team? And how has this been? Well, I know this has been working for you. You guys, Charity has multiple shares in the pool. So
can you hear me, Tanya?
Yes, we got you.
Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, good. Well, first of all, I'll start off with, I'm obviously in the car, I'm not driving, but I just want to start off with that and say that this is why we do this business. I do dinner with my parents on Monday night and different things, but I still dial in, right? So all of you that are dialed in, to your point earlier, for a purpose, for a reason, we still dial in. That's why we do this, so to give us the freedom to do it from where we are. So it's never an excuse to say, hey, I can't dial in, I'm at dinner, or I'm here or there. No, we still can. So I really, really, really try and always live by that, because that's what our business is built on. So past that, why I said yes, Sean, my accountability partner, everything she said, motivation, all that, find yourself an accountability partner. But beyond that, then to create a team and find a team that helps build and move your business forward. Accountability, yes, when we use this app, my biggest advice would be to, don't be afraid to reach out. There's a point, I think even Leslie Powell had a post the other day on her Facebook that said, y'all, you have to tell people. We get so worried about telling people or something, and you can't. And I go back to the book, Get Over Your Damn Self. Like, it's not about you. If you don't tell people and you don't share with people, they don't know what we have. So that just resonates with me. I've got out there, I've sent out hundreds. I mean, in the tune of 600 some messages, and done meetings in the last week. And to get out there, I tweak my messages. So I encourage you to don't just go with the apps like, default. It defaults and says whatever when we click through it, but I change it. I take the time to change it. I copy and paste it. If I know a group of chiropractors, I'll take a message and I'll kind of tweak it to that. And I'll say, hey, there's a good opportunity. We have the same holistic views. There's great success. And I will change that based on my audience and who I'm talking to. So that would be kind of my biggest piece of advice there too, is to do that. And then think outside the box. Don't stay stuck to, I'm in sales full time. So maybe it comes a little bit more natural for me. We go to that lowest hanging fruit, right? And we should. That's what sales is. You go there first. But when you get past that or past your warm market, think outside the box. Who do you know? Who do you know that owns a business? Who do you know that owns somebody, or something to where they could benefit from a wellness program or anything along those lines? And just tell them that you have a solution and just tweak those messages, because I think that's where I found the biggest success. And I tweak the videos. I don't send the same video to every person. I go out, and if I'm talking to somebody about skincare, I send them skincare, because I know that my girlfriend Kristen's going to relate to skincare. She's probably not going to relate to NRF2 right away. So I really just try and dial in as to what their strengths are, where they're at, and what will relate to them. And I think that's what's given me just the most success, is really thinking about them and what they need and catering my messages and my videos to them, if that makes sense.
I love that. Makes total sense, because in the end, we're the true product they're saying yes to, right? People want to support and they want to buy from people they know, like, and trust. And it is important to personalize it and so just don't feel pressure with this, guys, but you should feel FOMO with this to learn this app and to start reaching out to as many people as possible, because Sean Paul told us this morning that you're going to really wish that you would have done the do now when it comes time to July EA and October Global. So I'm just saying, find a team. We can help you, right? Find your own team, put yourself out there, be bold with it. No one, people are going to be, so they're going to be excited to see other people that still need a team when you're quietly wishing you would have said yes to one. Get yourself on a team. We are here to help you mold and get into that. So we have Kamal on here. I saw you here, Kamal. Thank you for being here. And this is not about asking Kamal app questions and how the app works, but more about maybe some issues or questions you have that deal with the incentive. So Kamal, I just want to make sure first that you are truly available and in a good place to answer some questions for us.
Oh, hi, Tanya.
Hi.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you great. Thank you for being
great.
here.
Oh, thank you for having me. And also Sherry Brown, who is the digital product manager that reports to me. She's awesome. She's also standby in this meeting. So for some reason, if my internet doesn't act well, then Sherry can take it over and she can complete the responses. So between her and me, we will handle today's call.
Okay.
Again, sorry that I'm driving and it's very windy here. Hopefully, I don't know how it's coming out there. It is windy up here, so.
Well, you sound very clear and we want you to be safe. So thank you so much for being here. I know, Mia, that you have a question. So I'm going to start with you real quick, and then I have a few others that I've gathered. So Mia, go ahead and unmute yourself and we'll have you ask yours first.
Okay, thank you. Kamal, my question is if we have a customer referral, how does that work with the app and the June promo?
So as of today, that's a great question, first of all. As of today, you don't get any extra points for sharing the friends and family link. That is, but as you are in a tool mode, you can share any link. Do not hesitate sharing, but you don't get any extra points for doing that, if that is your question.
Yes, that was my question. Thank you for that clarification.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sorry, any other question? Did I miss any part of that question?
No. I do know, though, Kamal, some people have stated that they don't believe that the app has been updating for them when they do the invite. So if they go past the invite and like go right to sending a tool, they're not seeing the point for the invite, but they are seeing the points for the tool. And I'm wondering, is that normal? Or if someone is having that kind of an issue, is there something that can be done? Or
that should not be the case, quite honestly. As soon as you add a contact, either manually or by importing it from your device address book, you should get a point. So if someone is not seeing that point, please do let us know. Share your distributor ID. Happy to look at it and see what's happening with your account. Because we see now thousands of contacts being added in last 5 days. It's really amazing, guys, seriously. You guys are doing such a fantastic job. But everyone is getting the points. I haven't heard it, but Tanya, today, like in your message, when I saw that, I haven't heard that before. So if anyone particularly having that issue, please share your distributor ID and then we can dig into it.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And then my other question was, when it comes to getting those 2 points for sending a tool, I have noticed that when you send a tool, you don't get the 2 points right away, but they do have to watch it. And then once they've watched it, you get a card deck that says Kamal has watched the Learn video. But even after we get that card, it doesn't update to 2. So do we have to make sure that we take this step within the app to say, yes, they have watched it for us to get the 2 points for the tool?
So there are 2 videos, right? There is a flip the switch video or first touch video of any, whether it's Nerf 2 or any video that you share. When someone watches that video, immediately you will be moved from invite state to the tool state. In the tool state, that's where like you will be sharing the overview video. So at that point of time, you will get 2 points. They don't have to watch the overview video, but if they watch any first touch video and then move into the tool state, immediately you will get 2 points. And then you can share the overview video. Does that make sense? And if you really want it, we can actually show you how that works on this call. Sherry, do you have the app with you? Can you share your screen and then show how one can get the point just by adding and then also sharing the first touch video and moving the person to tool state should give you 2 points.
Sure. Let me share my
I
screen.
think that would be great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks, Sherry.
Okay. So if I go ahead and go, I'm going to show you my month of actions. So you can see right now, I'm the only person here and I have 18 points. If I go over to people and click the plus in the upper right, and I'm going to add just somebody manually.
You had Tony Stark. I think you should add Captain America.
I actually did have him at one point.
Love it.
So I'm going to add a new contact. And so I have Sam here now. So now that I've added this contact, I come over here and I should have, if I pull down, sometimes it doesn't update right away, but you can just pull down on your screen. You can see it going. See, it just added a point because I added someone. So if you go over to your month of, or your leaderboard and you don't have the point right away, just pull down and it should refresh that data for you. So if I go back and for Sam, I'm going to say I already did the first step. And then I'm going to share the first touch video with him. And click continue. And continue. So I'm going to show you that he was in invite. See, he's still in invite. I sent the video. He's still in invite. But now Sam gets the message. So if I go into the message as Sam and watch the video, he's going to watch the video for a second. I'm going to go back and it's going to say that he watched the video. So did you see Sam immediately turn to tool?
Mm-hmm.
He was an invite. So if I go back to the leaderboard, it says 19 points. But if I refresh, now it's 21.
Got it. Perfect.
So if you don't see the points, like Sherry was showing, just try to pull it down. When you pull it down, it refreshes the content. So then you can see the actual points right then. So hopefully that is clear.
Yes, that is clear. Thank you. Another question, do we get points for upgrading a customer to a team member? And how will that show? Like what step do we take if we do get points?
That today you don't.
Okay.
When you upgrade a customer to the distributor, but in future, this month of action contest, we may include that, and that's the feedback. That's a great feedback indeed. We will incorporate in the later phase, not today.
Will that be worth 100 points?
That's a good one.
Okay, and then another question is current customers, if we upgrade current customers to like add on the body care, add a new product, is there a way to get points for that?
So this is really great questions, right? this month of action for June is based on ITT, and the ITT, there's an invite tool and teaming. And as part of the key tooling, that's where we think you can share any number of assets, but we cannot give the points for each time when you share something, because you can share 20 assets, then we cannot give each time 2 points. That's why the way we did this is, as part of the tooling, you can share any number of videos, images, documents that is needed, but you get only 2 points at this time. In the future, because this is the first time we are ever doing this, right? We are also learning how this is working. In the future, we may expand this to fit it into some of the feedback that you are giving. Again, it's a great feedback, but we have to work it for the future and see how this all works.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I'm
we're
seeing a
so-
lot of
Oh, go ahead, Sherilyn.
I'm seeing a lot of questions on the chat
Yeah.
about sharing videos. And just to clarify, for each prospect you have, you get, you can only get points for invite, tool, and team one time. So when you invite one prospect, you get 1 point. When you bring him into tooling, you get 2 points. When you bring him into team, you get 3 points. So if you go back and forth and share more and more tools, or if you change them to different, maybe you change them back to invite manually, you only get each point category once for each prospect, if that helps.
That's a great point, Sherry. Yeah. You cannot cheat the system by moving them back to the invite from team, because we don't give you the points again. It's only one time per contact.
And then we have a question. Do you get points sharing the videos or another tool to other countries, even though this program is only for the US and Canada?
If people are, if you're prospecting outside of the US and Canada, then you do get points for that. You just can't add team members from other countries if they're distributors.
Perfect.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, awesome.
If they added someone a while ago and that person never responded, can we earn points if we follow up with them and share a tool?
You can get it for 2, but not for the invite, because you already added them before before the contest started. So you don't get the points for the invite, but you can get the points for the tooling and teaming.
And the team points come from sharing a cart, correct?
Either sharing a card or sharing a enrollment link, or even you can schedule a meeting, but mainly sharing a card and sharing an enrollment link will give you those points.
Perfect. Sharing a cart or sharing an enrollment link. Awesome. All right. Does anyone else have any questions before we let Kamal and Sherry go? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay.
So I'd like to ask,
Oh, yes.
sorry. It is kind of clear to me, but I just want to make sure to get this question out of my head. If I am a distributor from Mexico and I'm inviting people from the US and getting them to become customers or distributors in the US, is there any kind of benefit for that or not? Or because I cannot be a team member, then I'm out of it completely, or?
You don't, sorry, if I understand your question correctly, if you are in Mexico and recruiting it from US, do you get any additional incentives?
Yes.
If that's the question, then no, you wouldn't get any additional incentives, but you will get the points the same way as you would be recruiting anyone else. There's no any extra incentive for doing that, unfortunately.
So I will be getting the points then?
Yes, yeah, you will still be getting the points for prospecting not only in US, but anywhere in the world, when you add a contact from anywhere in the world, you run them through the tooling and teaming, you will be getting the points. It's the only limitation is, like Sherry said, you cannot partner with someone else outside of the markets that the promotion is currently running in, which is, if I'm not wrong, it's US and Mexico and Canada.
Gotcha. Okay, understood. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for your question. All right, Kamal and Sherry, we will let you guys go. And again, we thank you so much for all of your hard work with the app and just making it so useful and so simple and just such a great tool for us. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us, and please invite us at any time. Happy to come in, and if we need to train you, please do let us know. Again, happy to do it. Thanks, Tanya and Pose. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, you guys. Have a great evening.
Yeah, see you guys. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, guys. So just again, we're at the hour. Your call to action is find a team. Here's what's happening for 250 total points. Okay. If you have 5 team members, that's 20. I'm not gonna do the math. That's 50. It's 50 per person. You get a $50 merchandise gift card for every single team member. $50. If you get 500 total points, $250 in the store. If you get 1,000, you get $500 each person. This is a big deal. So find your team members. And again, it's a beautiful way to don't go into it. Even if you feel the pressure of like the contest part of it, let go of that and just get into it for the sake of your business and reaching out to people again, letting them support you through learning new technology and have fun with it. It's such a great thing when you're not doing it alone and you get to team up with other people. So we can't wait to see the messages of people putting themselves out there looking for team members, because we can't wait to pair you up together. So, all right, that's it. Pose, do you want to add anything else before we say goodbye? Okay. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Thanks for being here. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Oh,
Guys.
Addie wanted to say one more thing.
Sorry, I'm out doing chores. I multitask like a maniac. I was just gonna say, don't be afraid to put in the time. You know, I got disconnected quick earlier, but the time to learn the app, right? Everything we say in Life Vantage, it doesn't come quick or fast, and it takes work and it takes effort. And I can tell you that I spent a couple hours. I spent an hour with Sean, my accountability partner, MB, Mary Beth, who's just awesome, wonderful mentor. My upline, she came out to my house, spent an hour with me as well to learn it, right? To figure it out, to figure out best practices and which way it is. So again, just don't be afraid of it. But it's, again, you know, you just got to be willing to put in the time. So that's all I wanted to finalize and say.
Love it. Great way to end it. Thank you. All right, everybody, have a great night.
Thank you all. Text Sean or myself or any of your team and we'll help you guys get hooked up, okay?